Hey guys, what's going on? I have my little Eden here, and she is my little hammy. Today I am doing a tag, and the one who started it was Herlonda Hulbert from Pooh Bear 253 on YouTube. And the tag is how has collecting changed from then to now? Your reborns. Over the years, how have you changed your collecting reborns and community and all that goes with it? Okay, your little head is kind of hanging out there, so I don't want that. So, oh. By the way, I've had this background for about 3 days so far, but if anybody is getting dizzy from it, I know the shirt is just clashing with it, but if anybody gets dizzy from the background, let me know. I'll take it down. I know some people have vertigo, some people have dizziness, some people, so if you just can't watch my videos because, for whatever reason, let me know. I'll take it down. There's nothing more important than somebody that can't watch video because the background is a little busy. Okay. So, saying that, I have about 20 to 21 things. Herlonda did part 1, part 2, like a 30-minute part 1. And I first learned of this because I saw it on the feed on YouTube from somebody else. So then I went to her channel and... Okay, so how has things changed? I've only been in the reborn community for 3 years. I've only been collecting for 3 years. I had a cherished Ashton Drake doll when about 10 years ago. And I was going through a lot of stuff then, and so I thought that it was not good to have a baby, a reborn, anything, a doll. So I kind of got rid of her and went quite a few years without. And as I got older, I'm like, okay, I really still need a reborn. I knew about the Ashton Drake and Paradise galleries, but I didn't know about reborns, like custom, very realistic, all the details. So, okay. Now, number 1, how has collecting changed from then to now? It's only been 3.5 years, but number 1, I buy babies now. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm hoping to get a new computer chair for Christmas. It's just such a quick, squeaky little chair. Are you my little hammy? I buy babies that I really want now instead of getting babies because they're for a really good price. I get the sculpts that I want now. I wanted Maggie, which is Ariella by Rivaschick. And she was my first custom. And Benjamin I wanted because it was very realistic to change his diaper and everything. And he was my first reborn. But now I get babies because I want them and not because they're cheap or inexpensive or, a really good sale. 2, I'm now more interested in buying kits. I've heard a lot of people saying that they bought kits from Bountiful Baby when they were on sale, then they waited, 6 months, a year, a couple years, and then when they had the opportunity to get a little bit more money, a little bit more income, then they did like a layaway or then they did a custom. So I'm interested in doing those now, when before it was just either buying off of eBay or custom. So number 3, I used to just want a baby here and there, but now for the last 6 months, I would say, I'm really going in and out of reborn baby fever. Like for a month, I'd go be serious and wanting a new reborn, and trying to figure out how to get one. and then I'd kind of back off, and then again I'd go hard, and so I didn't used to have baby fever. I used to just want baby periodically when I could afford one, and now I'm just like really getting into it, like at the 3.5 year mark. Um, so now as far as baby items, clothes, pacifiers, bibs, just the whole gamut, I buy more special stuff now than I would just because it's on clearance. Like if it's cute and it's on clearance, then I'll buy it, but I don't go like through the clearance to just buy anything because it's there. I'd rather buy one special item for $11-12 than to get like, 6 items for $2 each. Um, and just I'll put in here that I'm loving oversized rompers on the bigger babies. And as you can see with her, I love tight clothes on the little newborns. This is actually a preemie sleeper, which you look so good in. Yes, you do. Okay. Number 5 is I used to look every time I went out to look for all my babies, for something for all of them. And now I have a lot of staples, and when I need something, I just go and get one thing or two things for that specific reborn. I don't go for every one of them. I used to go, I need one for this one, and I need one for this one, I need one for this one. I don't do that anymore. Okay, let me just cross them off as I go. Now I stick with the bottles that I like. I used to get every different kind, and um, Rose. My friend Rose from the Happy Meal group. I was trying to think of her Instagram name, but she changed it, so I can't. She gave me a Tommy Tippy bottle like a year and a half ago, and ever since then I am on Tommy Tippy. I've tried the newbie. I've tried the what is it? The Play First, the liners. I've tried everything, and Tommy Tippy seems to me to be the easiest. So I stick with that one. So I stick with what I like as far as the bottle as well. I used to just go to Joann Fabrics. I used to go to Walmart, and just as soon as I saw any kind of baby material, I would buy it. Not even wanting to make a plan for it, but I just buy it because it's there, and make a blanket or make a pillow out of it just because I can. And now I don't do that. I really just think about what I'm doing before I go. I don't, what's it called? When you're at the checkout and you grab these things, or when you grab everything, I don't just do it anymore. To do it, I do it because I want one. So back when I got Benjamin, I did the every 3 hours, maybe not like the first 2 days, like waking up 3 hours in the middle of the night, because that's what I needed at that point. And I would change his diaper and give him a bottle, and change his clothes, and rock him and do everything, and I only did that with him. And sometimes I feel like, oh, I gotta get up right now and I gotta grab one of my babies, but I don't like hear them crying anymore like I did with Benjamin. He was my first reborn ever. Okay. So Penny from Fun and Frolic Nursery and I are exactly the opposite on this. I like more of a cuddle baby with just the cloth, the doe suede body, than a belly plate or vinyl. She loves the belly plates and the vinyls, and so I'm more of a cuddle baby than I am for the show. I used to be for the show, and now I'm for the feel of it. Going on to number 10. It says here, I used to click now, buy now, must have. Now with reborns, I would see one and I would want it immediately. Click now, no questions, no no researching it, no looking at the body extensively. I used to just click now, buy now. I did that a couple times, got scammed a couple times, and I learned my lesson. So before I buy any reborn doll, or custom or anything, I'm gonna do a custom. I look up the seller, the artist, like extensively. I kind of go on their Facebook, go on Instagram, see what kind of person they are, see what kind of temperament and characteristics they have, before I buy. Or if I'm buying from eBay or Facebook, I definitely go, and if they don't have the picture I like, I ask them, can you give me a picture with just the baby, cloth body, all the limbs, everything. So I used to not care, and now I do, because once you get scammed a couple times, and or sometimes like from the waist up and the head would be great, and they'll have like kind of weird legs for me, and I just that's So I have stopped telling people that I have dolls. Like I used to tell like my doctors, not all of them, but like doctors and like just people that like I don't know, just that I would kind of run into when we'd have like a little conversation. I wouldn't blurt it out like I have dolls. But I used to tell like everybody because I was so excited, and I really don't tell anybody anymore. I talk to the people that are in the reborn community, but besides that, I really don't talk to anybody, especially in my family. They think that if you have a doll that you're kind of gone crazy psycho, but yeah, that's their opinion and they can have it. So yeah, I don't tell anybody that I have dolls unless somebody comes for a visit. I don't buy as many toys for my babies, especially my older ones. Like I used to, a couple years ago for Christmas, I had another Ariana, and I bought her like pajamas and a Minnie Mouse register and like a food cart, like the play food, and I bought a lot of toys and stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's just for me, personally. That's just for me. I don't like that anymore. I might buy a couple little rattles or something for the babies, but not for the older ones. So yeah, I used to want to be in front of the camera all the time, and now I realize that people like to just have the camera on the babies when you're doing a change, when you're doing a feed, when you're feeding the bottle, when you're talking about whatever, that it's okay for the camera to not be on me all the time and for it to just focus on the dolls. Actually like when I put some background music on, I don't talk at all. And I might do, the oohs and ahs and the coos and cute stuff like that, but aren't you so cute? Are you looking at your mama? Yes, you are. Like that. um, so yeah. Oh, I kind of skipped one. That was 14. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. So yeah, it's okay for me to put the babies in front of the camera and me just completely be in the background. I like that better now. So number 15 is I ask a lot more questions about artists, about my friends. At first, when you're in the reborn community and you really just don't know anything, you go on tutorials to how to make a fake bottle. You do how to do a binky. How is the baby gonna have a binky? Because you might not know about magnets and all that stuff. So I just ask all the questions that I can. I'm a very inquisitive person, and I'm not shy at all about asking people. And if somebody just gives me a real quick short answer, whatever, they don't really care, then I'm pretty much not going to stay around that person or make friends with them. And there's always somebody else that is more than willing to talk to you about stuff that you want to know. Especially if you ask them questions about themselves and how they get started, and it's obviously not one-sided. So that I never did. I would just try to find a tutorial on YouTube And now I ask a lot of people about artists, and actually I'm going to make up my own tag very soon about that. So maybe not so much artists, but I don't want to give it away. So next. I don't buy so much stuff for my babies. I love to shop. Everybody knows that. But I used to buy to just buy. I used to buy to just have it, because I do have a shopping addiction and I do have to deal with that at some point. But now I buy things because I like the particular items, or I buy them because I think that they're going to be really special for my reborn nursery, really unique. I don't just buy things anymore to have them, because I've done that and I've gotten quite rid of quite a bit of stuff. Um, and I used to have a lot of reborn clothes hauls. Now I have maybe hauls every now and then, but they're kind of smaller. If you've seen for the last few months that they're just a little bit smaller hauls. Not so much of a big, 15, 20 item haul. I'm looking always for rompers now. Cute romper sets for Charlotte and for Maggie. Charlotte is my Ariana and Maggie is Ariella. They're both by Reba Schick. Ariella is 3 to 6 months, and I love nice, cute, big, flowy rompers on them, and I've been looking for that a lot lately. So, besides that, I have socks and bibs and all this, and at first I bought everything, and you might need only about 1 or 2 bibs each. For me, particularly, that's my personal opinion. 1 to 2 bibs each. You really don't need a whole set of 9 to 12 bibs. That's me, but I focus on the stuff that I do need or that I do want, and I minimize the stuff that really doesn't matter that much to me. But don't get nervous if you're new in the community. Just take it as it is and just buy things that you want. Oh, this one is hard to admit. Oh gosh, get out the truth serum here. I used to judge a lot of people on a dime, like judge real quick, and I'm very bad with first impressions. And now I really get to know somebody, talk to them, and go on their Facebook and Instagram, and I ask people about other people, and have you talked to this person? Do you know this person? What do you think of them? And not to gossip, because I don't do that much. I can't, lie, but I do it more for, I really want to get to know somebody, especially if they enter into the Happy Meal group, because I try to support my ladies in making sure that everybody's on the up and up and doesn't just want to receive instead of giving as well. Okay. There's that one. I have learned the hard way with this one as well. I don't buy, they call them bundle deals. I don't buy the bundle deals. Like, usually you see this on Facebook more. If somebody has a picture, and I'm not saying they're all bad, I'm just saying the one that I went through, I didn't like. Somebody has a picture of like 6 to 10 babies, all like in one little group photo, and says I can reborn this one for 125, 150, 175. This is for Christmas, this is for whatever. And some of the times, they're from Google Images. The pictures are. If I would ever do a bundle deal, I would say show me your work. And if it's not your work in the pictures, then I don't want to partake of anything like that. So watch out. Those bundle deals might be a little bit cheaper than the custom babies, but make sure that they're the person's work instead of just some kind of Google Images that they get off the internet. I have learned my hard way with that. So this is for eBay, well, and Facebook, this one. I ask for as much info as possible and with many pictures as possible. I probably already stated that. when I buy a baby. I need all the information. I might be a real pain in the butt, but if I'm going to buy a baby, I need to know. And through the years, I've seen some red flags, and I'll probably do that after I mentioned the last two of the tag. But I ask for as much info as possible, and I ask for the pics. And if they don't have a pic up, like sometimes people will sell a reborn and they'll have a passy on the mouth through all the pics, or and I'm gonna need to see the mouth without the passy because sometimes it's like, like whatever. Um, so yeah. So ask for as much information. If they don't want to give it to you, most likely they're either scamming or they just don't care. Number 20, I think this is the last one. I don't get sad as much if someone else gets the reborn I want or gets the item I want on eBay. I used to get really sad and really bummed out. And I used to get my hopes up. So, number one, don't get your hopes up until the auction is over and you've actually won. Because that will save you a lot of grief. With me, I used to be so, like, obsessive over things that were not even mine yet that I wanted on eBay, especially with reborns. And also, I've realized that if you don't get the reborn that you wanted on eBay, possibly there's a better one coming around the corner for you. Often I find that that's very true. And even though you might want it now, like Veruca saw on a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, a better one is usually always around the corner. So it's okay to just, say, you know what, that one really hurts. I didn't get that reborn, but guess what? I can either custom it, save my money along the way, or I can just look for another reborn next week. And it's always nice to take a couple days off because scanning picture after picture after picture on eBay, it does something to my just to me that I don't like. So yeah, so that's it for the tag. I used to get really kind of sad and downtrodden if I didn't get that item that I really wanted. Not like if it was like something random, like, some hair ties or hair, something that you can go to anybody, almost anybody for, but more for reborns and like a really nice clothes lot. So for me, red flags are when somebody doesn't want to share information with you about what they're selling. Like if they only have like 1 to 2 like paragraph, like 1 to 2 sentences underneath a picture, underneath the eBay listing. Usually that's because they don't really care. People that really want you to buy something, they're going to put all the information down. They're going to list all the information, even if it doesn't have a nice background. I still can't figure out how to do the HTML, the pretty little background for the eBay listings. If y'all know, help me out, please. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Hey, Mama. So that's a red flag. Red flag is if they only have one picture up or a couple pictures up and they don't have, another thing is somebody that's going to want to sell a reborn wants to show you everything, even if they don't take off the clothes, which they should, top half, bottom half. If they don't give you a lot of pictures, sometimes it could be that they really don't care or that something's up. But it's your right and your prerogative to ask, say, you know what, I'm really interested in buying this reborn or I'm buying this item, on your listing. Can you please send me somehow some more pictures on eBay? And don't get upset if people won't do a layaway for you. Sometimes people just want the money instantly, and sometimes I find that better when I find that out. It's like, okay, if you can't wait, and do a layaway with me, which is anybody's prerogative, I find that that might not be a person that you want to work with anyway. So, that might be a blessing in disguise. What else? I have found many, many, many. Don't do any transactions without PayPal. That's it. Maybe a money order because you have that code on the side, but PayPal, most of the time you're going to get your money back. I can't say all the time because I've heard cases on Facebook that it wasn't all the time, but do not do any transaction without PayPal. What else? If somebody looks like they're hiding something, they usually are. At first I did not know the red flags. I knew red flags in life. We all know kind of the red flags in life. Is what we're dealing with, but sometimes when people are first in the reborn community, it's hard to see the red flags because, you're so excited and you want little babies. Yes. Actually, I got Miss Eden for $130 through somebody on Facebook. And at first, she came with a smell, and I hated it. I physically had to wash her vinyl like twice. And she also, I think they tried to strip her. They tried to strip her because she has a little bit hard texture to her vinyl. But her eyes just speak to me. She has this cute little button nose. She also is very dry, like a little scratchy here and there. And I had to reweigh her, and her bum is not is I always show you her bum because I'm so proud of it because I made that bum. Mama made that bum. Physically. What I did, for a little girl, because look at her little waist, that bum is pretty big. What I did is I took the stocking and I put one little round bag of beads like right here on this side, and I took another little round thing of beads around here on this side, so she actually looks like she has just a little bit of a bum. Yeah. So what else? If you just had your transaction and you don't hear from the person within, I would say, 2 to 3 days, then most likely it could be a scam, or let me go back, because I've had a couple times where somebody said that, we have all had those people who said, oh, my aunt was in the hospital, my grandma was sick. People, if you're going to lie, at least come up with some new lies. I've had so many people tell me so many times, like, I try to sell on the app Let Go. Oh, my grandma was sick today, I couldn't come, I couldn't make it. If somebody's going to make excuses to not buy from you or to not whatever, then they're probably just not a person that you want to work with. So you have every right to I wouldn't say stalk their Facebook page, but to research their Facebook page, to research their Instagram. And if somebody doesn't have at least one social media outlet, that also might be a red flag. Because for me, I need proof that everything's on the up and up. So that was my little tag from Herlonda. Full beard 253. 253. I love Eden because she looks right into me. Like, I feel like she looks right into my soul. I know that seems weird, but her eyes are just always straight into me. And she has her mama's eyes. She has hazel eyes, which I did not know. because unless you hold her right in the light, they look like really dark brown. But she has her mama's eyes. So anyway, I was talking about when I got her, I had to wash her, and her texture is hard, and reweighing her took forever. It was a difficult process. And it was hard for me to bond with her at first. It took 2 to 3 months to bond. And now that I have, I cannot let this little one go. I cannot let you go. No, I can't. No, I can't, because I love you. Yes, I do. You're like, okay, enough baby talk. So, yes. Yes, I do. Do you love your mama? And I think the one thing that has changed for the better is I love calling myself mama when I'm talking to my babies. I love it. And even though I'm biologically not a mom, I've been a mom to many, many kids in my life. I've had nieces and nephews, my friends' children, and even though I've never birthed any children, I still have been a mom to many. So I like to call myself mom. And that is one good change that has happened since I have started reborning or started collecting these little cute babies. I love to call myself mom. I could be walking around the house and mama's got to get your bottle and stuff like that, and I love it. I've never been called mom before, and I love it. And I allow myself to be called mom because I know that I am a good mommy. Yes, I am. I am a good mommy to my reborn babies, and I was a good mommy to the babies that I never birthed. To my friends' children, my nieces and my nephews. So yeah, it's about 35 minutes, and I think it's time for me to stop talking. It is 2:30 in the morning. So I gotta go. Love you so much, and talk to you soon. Bye, guys.